My name is Clarence Hill with Stronger Together OKC, and I am so glad that we can invite you to our first annual Crossing the Bridge Justice Conference. This Friday, January 8th, and Saturday, January 9th, we'll be at the Northeast Health and Wellness Campus for our first annual Crossing the Bridge Justice Conference. This conference is actually a spillover of an event that we had last year where we invited 70 leaders, an ethnically mixed group, to go see the movie Selma on opening night. Needless to say, the conversation and the event was powerful. For us to sit side by side and watch the struggle, the sacrifice, and the bloodshed that took place in the 60s over something as simple as voting rights or freedoms and equality. We had a wonderful and a powerful conversation afterwards, and it was more than just words and feelings. These have birthed relationships where there is a genuine interest in working together to make sure that in Oklahoma City things are different. In Oklahoma City, we don't want to see where we have a crisis that drives us into these conversations. And oftentimes when we respond in a crisis, the response is shallow. We don't dig deep enough. We don't get to what I call authentic unity. We have a true relationship poverty between ethnicities, and I believe we can intentionally work towards solutions. One of the ways that we're looking to bring about solutions is by bringing you speakers and workshops with those who have lived experience. One of those who has this lived experience is Lee Rowland. He is the principal of Two Lakes Elementary. He was invited into this school because they had high suspension rates and there was a great problem. These were mostly black, impoverished young people who were mostly on free and reduced lunch, and they were being taught by mostly white middle class teachers and female, and a lot of the disparities were between the young black males and the white female teachers. Well, Lee Rowland put together a presentation that you'll get to see at our workshop that solved these disparities. And there is a great love, and I meant it when I said love. There's a great love between the teachers and the students, and the teachers and Lee Rowland as the principal. They love each other there. They love the students, and it shows in the countenance of these children. We went there when we were planning for this justice conference. The main speakers, David Prater, Wes Lane, and myself, we had one of our meetings there, and just to hear the teachers interact with Lee, to hear the students, the way they engage us, it's powerful to see what happens when there's an understanding between cultures. Some people call it cultural competence. And so we want to pour into that cultural competence so that we can bring solution to this relationship poverty. That's one example of what you'll get to hear at the workshop on Saturday. On Friday evening, you'll hear a great lineup of speakers. You'll hear from Wes Lane, who's the former district attorney, who is now the president of Salt and Light Leadership Training. They are leading the charge to encourage leaders in the city to bring their best to the table and to find their calling in life and to sow and do good. And it's just powerful what's taking place there. You hear from Wes Lane. You also hear from the current district attorney, David Prater, and the powerful outlook that he has concerning racial reconciliation. You'll want to hear this for yourself. So that will be Friday night. We'll also have a panel with all the speakers will be on a panel that evening. Everyone will be involved in group discussion after a powerful activity we do together. But also featured on this panel will be one of our leading Northeast pastors, Pastor Dr. Major Jemison of St. John's Missionary Baptist Church. And you'll also hear from one of our highly respected Northwest pastors, Pastor Randy Faulkner of Metropolitan Baptist Church. What a great conversation we'll have. I don't know what all we'll touch, but we're going to be addressing these topics courageously by going right at them. Why? Because when we simply respond to these conversations because of a crisis, oftentimes we don't go deep enough. We don't talk about what's really on our hearts, and we don't go to the solutions that are going to be long-term. We want to see long-term change, and it may cost more, but let's find out and let's work toward what's going to be best for our children and for the generations to come. Join us Friday night we'll have dinner and entertainment. We'll also have continental breakfast on Saturday and a boxed lunch on Saturday afternoon. We'll start at 6 p.m. Friday night, and it'll we'll end up around 9:30 on Friday evening. We'll start right back up again in the morning, and we'll go to about 2 p.m. on Saturday. Don't miss out. Share it with your friends. Think about those that you know would benefit from this conversation and get signed up right away. We can't guarantee that we'll get everybody in because we can only get about 150 people into this event. But spread the word, and we look forward to seeing you there at our first annual Crossing the Bridge Justice Conference. We'll see you there.